Okay, so 6.6, since I was gone, it's about leases. Most of the time we're going to be talking about a car lease. And the main thing that you have to know is that you're basically paying rent for it, and then you're also having to pay for your gas, your oil, and any maintenance. And the biggest thing on a lease is you're only allowed to drive it so many miles per year, and then you're charged overage for that. Okay, and I apologize, we're not getting a whole screen. It's the only way I can get this. Okay, so then you're dealing with just a lease contract. The lease price is what is negotiated, and then from that they decide what your monthly payments are. A down payment is just so that it would reduce your monthly payments. The residual value is what is the car worth at the end of your lease. Some people might decide that they actually want to buy the car, and then that's what you would expect to pay. Interest rate is just interest rate. Lease term is usually in years or months. Security deposit, that would be just like a security deposit used like on an apartment. It's to make it so that if the car is returned in bad shape, that they are able to use the money to fix that. Loan fee would be if you're going to lease, they're probably going to check your credit to make sure that you have good credit. And so that's what that costs. Registration fees, you need to get plates, you need to get registration, and then the mileage that's allowed. So we have an example. We have Candace has a 2-year lease with $528 monthly payments. Her lease had a mileage limit of 12,000 miles a year and charged 20 cents a mile for each mile over the limit. Her total mileage for the 2 years was 30,850 miles. What was the total cost for this lease over its term? So first you need to figure out how much she pays for the months. So my first one is going to be, hopefully this works, $528 a month times 24 months gives me $12,672. And that's just for the lease part. So that would be this one. Okay, then the second one, she would be allowed, the second part of it is she's allowed 12,000 miles a year for 2 years, so she's allowed 24,000 miles. Okay, so then, because she clearly went over, we need to figure out how many miles she went over. So we'll take the 30,850 and subtract the allowed miles, and that gives us 6,850 miles over. And then it tells us that it is 20 cents a mile. So we're going to multiply that by 20 cents. So she also owes $1,370 in overage charges. So then total, the total would be the $12,672 for the lease, plus $1,370 for the miles over. So the total cost for the lease for 2 years is $14,042. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Okay, then we have an instance where he's trying to decide if he should lease it or buy it. So we're going to figure out the leasing terms. So the leasing terms we have are $496 a month for 36 months. And then at the end, he could buy it for the $16,200. Okay. So then the leasing stuff kind of stops right there. So let's figure out the lease. So the negotiated price really isn't terribly relevant, and we're not actually going to use that number. So we're going to do, for the lease, we'll take the $496 a month. $496 a month times 36 months. And we're going to get $17,856 for the lease term. Okay. Then if at the end he wanted to buy it, he can buy it for the residual, which is $16,200. So then we would add both of those together, and it would cost $34,056 for the lease and to buy it. And then buy it. So now we're going to look at the information about just buying it first off. So if he buys it now, he'll have a payment of $822 for 3 years after making a $2,000 down payment. So we're going to take the $822 a month times the same 36 months, but that gives us $29,592 in the loan payment, plus the $2,000 down payment. Okay, so it's $29,592 plus the $2,000 down payment. So it's going to cost $31,592 to just buy it instead of leasing it first. Which, if you look at them both, the $34,000 and then the $31,000, obviously it's cheaper to just buy it. So we're going to subtract those. So $34,056, subtract the $31,592, and that gives us $2,464 more to lease first before buying it. Hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions, let me know. That's the assignment.